Hi, everybody. Jonathan Pierre of the Beer Rambling and Gambling looks at the Redhook Long Hammer IPA. 6.2% ABV by volume. Excuse me, 6.2% ABV. I do that all my videos. Keep saying ABV by volume. You guys know what I'm talking about. 6.2% ABV. Let me get a can open and pop this. Ah, there we go. Oh, long day, folks. Anyhow, 6.2%. Brewed since 1984. This is Redhook's signature, one of their first of many beers they put out. The brewery started in 1981 out of Seattle, Washington. Now it's under the umbrella of ABB, meant Anheuser-Busch InBev. Forgive me, eating dinner right now, but okay. So I'm beer advocate. The bros give it a poor score. Oh well, the bros are pretty fair when it comes to beer reviewing beer. They're pretty down, looking down the middle. All right. Anyhow, mm, the whiff. You look at the color. Look at the beer. Let's see right over here. Nice little head, little fuzz. Now taste. Ain't bad. IPAs, as we all know, have been around for a while. Over the last 2 or 3 years, they've become now all the rage, pretty much. Um, but these beers have been around again. Many to this company at the time of its ownership, before they got in bed with Anheuser-Busch InBev, was sort of craft beer, and still somewhat maybe viewed as it, but others will say no. If it's owned by InBev, they ain't craft beer anymore. But their beers are pretty much everywhere. The ESB is pretty good. The English style bitter, um, and then of course the IPA. Uh, if you lived, I remember first seeing Redhook, 2000, about 2000. I was working at a ballpark. Um, uh, yeah, about 2001. I was working at a ballpark in my home city, which I won't mention by name, but somewhere in New Jersey. And they had this on draft, and it was a pretty popular beer, and a lot of guys were getting it and just sampling it and trying it out, and they really enjoyed it, really liked it a lot. Still is a good beer, you know, and it had a funny shape on their head. It was sort of like a king look. It said Red Hook on it, and it was yellow. So I believe we started getting some of their beers. Started trickling further from out west to the Midwest and East Coast around the late '90s, around that time. And I would be watching games on TV, and you see folks still be having this beer called Red Hook IPA, and you know, or this other beer, that other beer from Red Hook, and games that were out on the West Coast, the Pac-12 games. Um, show the crowd a tailgate, and you'll see these beers that they'd be drinking. So it wasn't Bud or Bud Light or Budweiser, Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller Light, whatever. So um, it's a nice little finish. It's- your IPA style it's quite hoppy. Nice robust finish. It's not little little citrus in it with most IPAs. or carbonated. A little more lacing on mine when every time I took a swig at the glass. Says Red Hook is a big fan of dry hopping, which sounds much dirtier than it is. That's one of their taglines. But of course, also they got a brewery in those places that I mentioned in Washington, but also a brewery in uh, Seattle, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Portland, Oregon, and Memphis, Tennessee. So the brewery is pretty much no longer considered craft. They got all these breweries everywhere, and they're big time. Obviously under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella. So, um, um, beer overall, very well made. Nice bite in the end to it. It has that, as they say, aromatic feel to it. It's quite hot. Like I said, quite hoppy as I mentioned. Overall, ain't bad. I've had some other IPAs. Again, I'm biased towards um, more towards the Ranger by New Belgium, and also the Amber IPA they have. That's pretty good. I really like but again, I don't get them often, frequent, a lot, IPA styles as much because I'm okay with them. I mean, I'm saying I'm not dissing them. I'm not a fan, but I'm not dissing them. I think they're good to drink, but not every day. Just me, I'm still in that mindset of give me a nice standard lager or stout. Kind of beers or pilsner. I'll tend to finish. You know, no light lagers, but a nice strong, crisp, extra strong lager or adjunct lager. But it's going well with my meal right now. I had some roasted, not excuse me, not roasted, some grilled chicken I just made. I made some for my lady, and she just so happened to left for her mom's. She'll be back. But anyhow, grilled chicken, some potatoes, and a little ranch dressing on top of the potatoes with some scallions. I just placed on them. They were real good, and just made that, and hope she comes back and likes. Earthy cheese, things like that. A salad. IPAs are kind of perfect for that style of food. Poultry mostly. So it's a nice little balance and finish with perfect with the meal. Not overly pushing my meal. This one's really going well with this, but um, it's like I said, it's a nice bite. I'm not negative. Like I said, it's been a while since I've had Red Hook. Like I said, the last beer I had for Red Hook was the ESB. I thought it was really good. Um, I don't get much of Red Hook's beers. I mean, they do sell them a lot here, but for a while, if I'm just experimenting with something, like I said, I'll tend to select the ESB that I never tried before. But again, IPAs, they're good, but not my thing. Even with the Ranger, I'll I won't buy that a lot. A little bit here and there, but not an everyday thing for me. So, um, so I'm just like lagers. I'll just like lagers and stouts. That's just what it is. Anyhow, won't go on and ramble much about this. I'm gonna give this beer 8.5. I know probably gonna say, what the hell are you talking about 8.5? You don't know what we're talking about. Well, that's just my view of it. Okay, don't shoot me. Don't defriend me. Don't X me out of Google, whatever. But that's my view. I think the Ranger is probably better than this, and the Amber IP I think is better than this. Those are the two I've had before. More than once. twice, three times, four times over the years, and I would since we started getting the we got New Belgium here in Alabama in 2014 or 13, I believe. We were going through an ice storm, and we didn't go into work that morning, and it was about 2014. 14, I believe. We got all the beers from New Belgium from Fort Collins, and that include the Ranger and and of course Amber. We've had here in Alabama for like forever, going back what 2000 and like so 2008. And then once they lifted up the ban in terms of beer with you can sell beer past 6% ABV, uh, alcohol by volume. Then we got all the others, including the infamous Indicator, which I like a lot. So, um, yeah, I think it's a fair score, 8.5 for the Longhammer IPA. I think it's good, well made. But I think there are other IPAs I think are better than this. So, just me. If you think differently, leave your comments on the bottom of the page. Anyhow, it was Giannis and Pure Beer TV Ramble. Telling you to keep watching. And as always, cheers. Bing.